Alright everybody, tonight we're delving into some of the creepiest TV shows ever made. The ones that kept me up at night and still to this day are scarred and etched in my memory from being a kid growing up in the 70s. The ones that blurred the lines between entertainment and pure nightmare fuel. I remember those late nights in the 70s, Grandma letting me stay up while she had a few whiskies, and we could only stay up if there was something appropriate on telly, and believe you and me, two Ronnies, whilst it was appropriately funny, gave me the chills, especially when it was the turn of the phantom raspberry blower of old London town. One of the most disturbing memories is watching this raspberry blower pop up with his big cape and his red tail swishing around in the night and wondering, this is terrifying. Why is Granny still laughing? Why is my grandma laughing at this? I had to be brave and not cry or scream in terror, and then she let me stay up and watch it a bit longer. But this paved the way for me for Hammer films and the first sort of memory of Dracula, and the Hammer House of Horror series as well, equally terrifying. Late 70s, early 80s was a funny time to be at school. They used to bring a TV into the class, and you were able to watch programmes from BBC One for educational purpose. This one educated me alright into nightmare fuel. The Boy from Space, first broadcast in 1971 as part of the BBC Schools on BBC One series. It was created by Richard Carpenter and directed by Paddy Russell, one of the BBC's first female directors, who went on to work on Doctor Who. It was meant to be a segue into kids' science. Teachers wheeled the TV into the classroom, drew the blinds, and we all were in for a treat, so we thought. But the Boy from Space proper terrified us. Pale, silent alien boy with big staring eyes and very strange movement were enough to send chills through the class. It was something big on a Saturday night drama, but it was slipped quietly into classrooms. A generation of school kids watched in dimly lit rooms to be educated by a being from another world. And then we come to part 3, Ghostwatch. First broadcast on Halloween night, October the 31st, 1992. A one-off 90-minute special on BBC One. Written by Stephen Volk and directed by Leslie Manning. It looked, for all intents and purposes, like a live investigation that you followed. It were hosted by Michael Parkinson, Sarah Green, Craig Charles and Mike Smith.
Wasn't Yvette Fielding on it as well?
And Yvette Fielding was on it as well. She was Shaz, yes. But it were all scripted, and we didn't know. We tuned in to watch it all unfold. And then, there he was. You could see him in background, lurking in mirrors, shadows, background shots. Blink and you'd miss him, but once you spotted him, he stayed with you forever. Pipes. Pipes was his name. Did you just see him? Is that him there? Viewers rang in and told the cameras to rewind as they spotted the ghostly figure in the background, drawing attention to the lurking fear and the fear of dread as you watch this programme unfold on national TV. And it sparked panic. The nation panicked. Over 30,000 calls flooded in from the BBC switchboards. Parliament got involved. The show was blamed for trauma in children, even linked to tragedies. The controversy was so fierce, the BBC banned it from repeat broadcasts for over a decade. Some say it went on to encourage films like Late Night with the Devil in 2023. But let's not forget, we had mockumentaries long before that in 1980. And way before that in 1978, the granddaddy of all mockumentaries, Faces of Death. No particular order, part 4. Or is it? This to me is still the scariest thing you can witness on TV, and those that saw it in 1970s, it stayed with them, and it still with us today. Lonely Water, a public information film running at about 2 minutes. It scared me for life, Lonely Water. It was first broadcast in 1973 on BBC One and ITV, directed by Jeff Grant and produced by the Central Office of Information. Lonely Water's visuals were absolutely stunning. It felt real, like you were watching something unfold again. Something daring, something dreadful were going to happen. Narrated by the one and only Donald Pleasence, who actually lived near us in Conisbrough. Famous for Halloween and countless horror films, Donald Pleasence's voice, all distorted and echoing, playing the role of the Grim Reaper, cloaked, shadowy, standing by the rivers and ponds. Children in the film slipped, drowned, vanished, beneath the water. No music, no comfort, just the Reaper saying, "I'll be back."
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water, ready to trap the unwary, the show-off, the fool. And this is the kind of place you'd expect to find me. But no one expects to find me here. It seems too ordinary. But that pool is deep. The boy is showing off. The bank is slippery. The show-offs are easy. But the unwary ones are easier still. This branch is weak, rotten. It'll never take his weight. Only a fool would ignore this. But there's one born every minute. Under the water there are traps, old cars, bedsteads, weeds, hidden depths. It's the perfect place for an accident.
Oh, look, there's someone in the water. Quick, use that big stick to get him out.
Sensible children. I have no power over them.
Oi, mate, that's a stupid place to swim. Hey, go over and get that thing to wrap him in. You don't have to feel cold, mate. How long was you in there? Ew, what thing?
I'll be back.
Lesson over. Class dismissed. But remember, the creepy stories don't stay on the television. They'll follow you home.